Hey guys, what's up? It's Joy from Leviathan Creative back with another video. Today we're going to talk about how to make a REDRUM style beat like 21 Savage. Let's get into it. I'm going to play the beat first, no whack tutorials. Let's go. Simple intro. You get it. Let's get into how I made this. Shout out to Memory Recollective for the sample selection on this one. If you guys want to check out Memory Recollective's YouTube channel, they provide awesome samples for free, and they also have paid packs as well. That's where I got this sample from. It's a very, nice melodic tempo, and I like the fact there's, there's no lyrics in it, it's just, melody, so I can go really go off crazy with the other parts of the song. So that's number one, basically finding the right sample to use, something old school, something cool. Besides that, it was set at 80 BPM. I decided to turn up to 160 so I could add more trap style drums to it. I didn't have to go in the hi-hats to go double up on the hi-hats in the piano roll like I usually would have, because I can just do the two-step on here and it would still hit every other note because it's a faster tempo overall. So that was why I did that. Next thing we're going to go into is just the drums real quick. Let's talk about the drums and why I did them, how I did them. We got the simple kick, hi-hat pattern and snare hitting. So, let's play the drum by themselves. Nothing crazy, just a tight hi-hat pattern, stacks on double ups, just standard trap hi-hats, and hitting on the 1 and the 2. This the kick in is hitting on the 1 and the 2. Kick and snare is hitting on the 1 and the 2. A little bit of extra snare here, but this is real simple stuff. The real meat of this is actually probably in the mixing, and I want to say just having the 808 just do its thing and going crazy. I do want to talk about how I mix the sample because it's pretty important. You can see I got a reverb bus here with a lot of vintage verb on it. This is going right directly from the sample. Where I did, I cut it at the low end because I want the 808 to take up that space. I scooped out the mids because I want the snare to take up that space. And I just put a little bit of sizzle on the highs because the hi-hats, they already hitting at a pretty decent volume. So I thought, I could put a little sizzle on this. I really don't use the FL, mixer or, parametric EQ. That's just cool and all it does, but this does the same thing right inside the mixer. I don't got to worry about it. I can just do it in there, get it done. Valhalla Vintage Verb, I'm using, the default preset on Concert Hall. I just turn it on and I just roll with that, you know what I mean? Because it's a bus, what that means is it's not taking the dry signal and running it through. I'm busting it out because I have more control over how I want the reverb to hit. You see, I turn the reverb. Let me play what I mean. So I turn reverb. It's dry. Very slight difference, but it gives it a little bit more body, a little more fullness, right? That's kind of feeling I'm going for. You can see also what I did on the reverb bust is I also scooped out a lot of the lows. I didn't want it to sound muddy. I dipped out the mids on this one, and I did the same thing I did on the vocals. The sample in this case. I brought the highs back up because I actually put the highs up more on the reverb because I wanted to give the reverb a little bit more sizzle than the actual Vox, so you can differentiate the two in the stereo field. You know what I mean? After that, it was pretty simple. What I do to my drums is surgical because I wanted to sound a certain way every time. For the kick, you can see I did. I left this is the neutral. Brought the lows down a little bit so I can save that room for the 808. Brought down the mids, brought down the highs because I want that to be for the snare and the hi hat. So these are like subtractive EQs so that my instruments don't clash. And you can just sit there and scoop out the parts of the whatever instrument you have that you don't want to interfere with another instrument, and you can find it on the stereo, not the stereo channel, but the EQ. Let me bring it while I'm in real quick. So if I bring in this parametric EQ, I've been doing this so long. I've been doing it by just by hearing it. But let me bring in what I'm talking about. So I say I got the drums going, and let me turn on this drum. 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 Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I got the drums going. This is my hi-hat right here. It's only hitting, in this area, 5K, 10K band. I hit my snare. I bring a parametric EQ to that. You can see they complement each other because the snares peak at the 1K band. This is on the 5K band, or almost 10K, 8K. Now if I bring that kick in, it's in on the 100 band. So you can see all these have their own space in the mix. And that's the key, having their own space in the mix so they can do what they do best. I took all that, brought it to the master channel. I only put one thing on the master channel. God Save the Queen. And that's the God particle. If you don't have the God particle, I feel sorry for you. This is all I need. This is all it's a limiter. Right here, see it says limiter. It's a gain reduction. It's a side chainer. It's everything. It just adds some depth and sizzle and warmth and clarity. And before I go, I want to mention one more thing about this. I had the tape machine to the sample to give it a old school feel. Analog tape machine. I don't know what it does exactly. I can't explain it, but it feels right to have a tape machine on a sample for some reason. Maybe it's just my mind, how my mind works, but that's how I do that. So that's basically the wrap. As far as the vibe, just mixing the trap sound with the 808s and the old school sample will give you that REDRUM feel every time. Until next time, this is Joey with Leviathan Creative. Peace out. Have a good one. Make sure you subscribe.